Hello everyone and welcome back to Dawn and Dreams. It is your lady Ms.Z. Thank you so much for tuning into another video. If you would, please make sure that you like and subscribe if this video resonates with you, and comment down below which one you chose. Today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading, also a bone cast on what it is that you need to stop doing according to your ancestors, what it is that you need to change, so to speak. But basically, we're going to be focusing on things that are just taboo for you, because in E5 we have taboos, things that we shouldn't do because they are not in alignment with our destiny, okay? A few announcements, guys, bear with me. It's been a rough week. Lost somebody very, very close. But anyway, I wanted to mention that we still have, which I plan on creating a box of all Dawn and Dreams items so that we can have like some gift boxes going out. But I do have this protection bag, and I guess that's what I call it, but really it's like a tarot bag. You can put your bones in here. It fits, you know, Spirits of the North, which is a pretty tall deck. That's what's in here now. And it also has my other deck, Words from Orun. It's also in here. So it's a pretty good size tarot bag. It's really soft. A lot of people liked my design on Spirits of the North, so I made another one, and this is a handmade design by me, okay? So I drew up the logo, all right? So it's a real nice bag. I love it. It has the Luba tribe on there, a symbol from them, a headrest representing unity. And that goes into a whole nother spiel, but they really don't go anywhere without that headrest because it's a symbol of protection. So check into that. That's on my website. I think I have maybe one Egun bracelet left. If you are looking to get that, but I'm going to try to make some more when I get an opportunity. It represents the ancestors. That's what it basically means. Literal translation is bone, but it represents, well, it also represents the ancestors, or means ancestors. But I like to get very technical. But anyway, so yes, that's on the website, along with anything else that you need. So just go to dawnandreams.com and check that out. But let's go ahead and get into this reading. So we have 1, 2, or 3. All right, and I'm going to hold that up to the camera so that you can see. This will be for pile 1, guys, that you can choose. And you just pick the back of the deck, pile 2, or pile 3. So this is for what it is that you need to stop doing according to your ancestors, all right? If you need more time, please pause the video, but we're going to get right on into it with pile number 1. Okay. So for those of you who chose pile 1, I'm going to cleanse the energy with my Oshun bell. I'm so happy to have this. Comes from my yeye. And sometimes she watched the channel, so if she's watching this, shout out to her. This came from Nigeria. It's very beautiful, and it definitely cleanses out the energy. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with this bell. I'm not going to go crazy with it because I was going crazy yesterday. All right, so let's go ahead with pile 1. What is it that you need to stop doing according to your ancestors? So this is the card. So one thing, you know, the first thing that comes up with this is that you are definitely being guided. Guided through tribulations, guided through things that you're not being, you feel like you're not being assisted with. Honestly, like, they are helping you. They are assisting you. And I always say this sometimes, like, they may not take you out of the situation completely because there may be a lesson that you need to learn. And sometimes they want you to go through a situation so that way when you face it again, you know how to be able to do it for yourself. Does that make sense? So it's like, you know, teaching somebody how to fish versus just going to get the fish for them. So it's like, let me teach you how to do this. Let me teach you how to get through your struggles so that you can help your family and be able to get through it again should this situation pop up again, okay? So whatever way that may be, teaching you magic, just teaching you how to survive through this, you know, healing, all of that is a part of life. So we don't necessarily get around everything. You know, a lot of people want their ancestors to just do everything for them. And it's like, you know, you're here on this realm for a reason, and really it's for your own destiny, you know? So, and whatever you came to do, they're just here to assist you with it. So You know, there are things that they can't necessarily just take you out of because you just have to go through it. That's what you signed up for. So they're like, well, we're here to help you. So don't speak badly on the ancestors. Don't say, oh, they're not helping me. They definitely helping you. All right, so let's go ahead and roll the dice. I have some that we're going to pick, some certain things that you should just stop doing, all right? And then we're going to throw the bones on it. All right, let's throw the bone dice. What should they stop doing? Spirit, how many should I pick? One. Okay, just one. So let me throw that one more time. So the first one is going to be the most important one that I pick out. 6. Okay, so a total of 7. All right. But the first one that I choose is going to be very important for this group. Okay. So let's do. Okay, so the first one is, don't delay your spiritual growth. Okay, don't delay your spiritual growth. That is very important for you. And this even looks spiritual, like you're going through transitions, you're being taught and things like that. So they're like, don't delay your spiritual growth. Stop delaying it. This means that if you are the type of person that you're supposed to be reading certain books and things like that, to introduce yourself to certain information or even memorize certain information, and you're just like, well, I'll pick it up next week. They're like, no, you need to pick up that book every day, finish it, because we got some more books for you to read. If you are given an assignment by your godparents or whoever, is teaching you, you're supposed to be on it. Even if you're, teaching yourself right now, they're just wanting you to be consistent with it because this is going to help you. They feel like this is very important. So don't delay it. Stop delaying it. Stop just, putting it to the side. It is important. So that's the first thing. All right. So let's pick 6 more. Let's see. Stop being shy. Come forward with your talent. Stop being shy. Come forward with your talent. So with this, it's pretty much self-explanatory, but basically you need to bring your talents to the market. That's what I like to call it. Like, show people what you can do. And if you can, make it a business. But first, enjoy yourself, right? So you want to stop being shy, come forward with your talents. A lot of you have been putting your talents behind you, or you don't step forward. I always give that example. Like, if you can sing, but you let everybody out sing you, like, step forward with your gift. You don't know how good you are, and honestly, until somebody tells you, but at the same time, you know that you're good at something. So just do it. Just come out with it. I guess that's the best way I can put it. Stop being shy. Come forward with your talent. They're saying that this has delayed you in the past, like either when you were very young, close to your teenage years, maybe young adult, like there were some things that you wanted to do, but because of your shyness and because of being introverted, you decided to go another lane. And they're like, you know what? I don't want to say you have one life to live, because, that's here nor there. Just live your life to the fullest. That's the best way to put that. So let's go on to your third one. All right, it says, stop eating so much junk food and eating things that are basically bad for you. Okay, stop eating so much junk food. So this is for a lot of you, probably for me too. Junk food and things like that can put you on a lower vibration that's already known. And I also wanted to add to this one, stop eating out. Like, that was one thing too, stop eating out so much. So they're looking at your diet, okay? For some of you, this is very important. For others of you, you may just need to slow down on the sugar and things that aren't healthy. Make sure that you're having a balanced diet. To me, it's not that you can't eat certain foods, it's just that you need to have a more balanced diet to where you're putting fruits and vegetables back into your body. Because if you're like, spiritual growth is very important for you for this pile. So if you are, eating a lot of junk food, that can kind of shut down certain senses in you, okay, and spike others. Like, you eat a lot of sugar, then you're just hyper. But you want to do it with modesty. Maybe cook some home cooked meals, okay? So that's 3. Let me carry it up, okay? Okay, so for number 4, you have stopped smoking so much. Love your ancestors, okay? And I put that on there. Love your ancestors. Stop smoking so much. No matter what you're smoking on, they're like, you need to slow down a little bit, okay? What is that? Too much of something is just too much. Let's just say that. Too much of something is just too much. It has a negative impact, okay? It's okay to do certain things for whatever you're trying to do spiritually, but be balanced. Don't make it an addiction, all right? Okay, so 4, 5. All right, stop holding on to the past, regret, and hurt. Okay, so this is dealing with certain people that you may have had. Now, either you have let them go and you are still holding on to it, or you're trying to rebuild relationships with certain people in your life. And they're like, hey, you know, you're going to have to let go of the past. For some of us, it's very, very difficult, especially when it comes to our signs and things that just work in our personal energy. But they're saying that in order to move forward in your life, in order to have a clean slate, well, kind of both, clean space and clean slate, you want to release the past, okay? It's just imperative that you do that, because sometimes holding on to grudges and things like that, it just carries an energy. It holds an energy. It creates an energy, and it just sits on your shoulders. And that negative energy can impact you in other ways, you know? Maybe you're supposed to help that person. Whatever the case may be, they're saying that you need to stop holding on to the past regret, hurt, and pain. You also may not even be able to move on and find somebody that you want to be with for the rest of your life, for some of you, because of the hurt that you're holding on to with the past. Relationships that you're supposed to rebuild with family, if you continue to hold on to it, it will be very hard. So do something to release it or confront it, okay? So let's see what we got. 5. So let's do 6 and 7 together, okay? Because I don't want to keep on pulling, and we got to move on. Okay. All right. So you have, all right. Stop the shoulda, woulda, coulda, okay? What will be, will be. What will be, will be. Stop saying you could have did this and you could have did that. And it goes back to the being too shy, all right? Or feeling like you're holding yourself back because of, you know, certain issues with confidence. They're saying stop the shoulda, woulda, coulda. If it will be, it will be. Look towards the future. Look towards the now. Actually, what you're going to change right now. If you lost some money, if things didn't work out with certain stuff, investments that you had, it's okay. What will be, will be. You got plenty of time to bring things back into your life or change your reality. Stop regretting. Stop focusing on the past. Stop saying or beating yourself up like you're a failure in certain aspects of your life. They're saying stop doing that. All right. And another thing that you need to stop doing, it says stop speaking negativity into your life. All right. Stop speaking negativity into your life, because this starts to manifest negativity. Now I'm probably going to put some back for the next one, but that's okay. All right. So let's go ahead and pull your bones, and let's see what additional information we have on that. Okay. All right. For some of you, I'm hearing that, get away from wearing black, too much black. It absorbs a lot of energy for your spiritual growth and development. You know, try lighter colors. But okay, let's go here and see what they're saying in the bones. Okay, so there's a lot of negative thinking. That's why they're saying that there's a lot of negative thinking. They're saying that you have, so they're saying the same thing in the bones. They're saying you got so many ideas, but you're letting that enemy inside of yourself tell you that you shouldn't be doing it, okay? Or tell you that it's not good enough for you to put out to people. Just do it. It don't matter if it's complete in your mind or not. You know, a completed project, the best camera, you know, all of that, you don't need it. Just put the energy out there You know, give your best and leave it at that. You're going to improve. Leave room for improvement for yourself, but don't hold back ideas because you're too scared to put them out there. They're talking about emotional healing needed in relationships as well. Yeah, in order for you to have healthy relationships, there's some emotional healing that's needed. They say there's a lot of things that you can't see spiritually. That is the reason why they're wanting you to develop spiritually, so that you can open your eyes to certain snakes, all types of, you know, negative energy and good things too. It just doesn't always have to be bad, but they're basically saying that, you know, it's time for you to develop so that you can, you know, conjure on their energy and be able to remove things that are negatively impacting your life. This is not just about you being, you know, the world-renowned tarot reader. I mean, you can, but it's really about your life and how, you know, things are going to change for you once you start to develop spiritually. They say stop being restricted by your childhood. They're saying they're showing some type of, a lot of you have dealt, everybody's dealt with a lot of stuff really. But when it comes to the childhood for this pal, is really standing out, like certain suffering, certain pain, certain traumatic things have happened to you in your childhood, and it's showing restriction there. So the solution is to not feel restricted in life. Yeah, you have a lot of masculine energy in this pal, which represents moving forward with your goals, moving forward with your journey. There's also some unknown ancestors that are supporting you here. So it's time to look more deeper into that ancestry. If you have already, it's time to do it again. Okay, so he's holding on to this. He's holding on to basically doing things on his own, which is actually a good thing, but it also can be that you might need to work with people in the future. But, you know, again, it's about you having the courage and the pride to bring your stuff to the market. That's basically what I'm saying. Having the courage to bring forth your talents and gifts. So they're showing a lot of things want to be born. A lot of prosperity wants to come to you. They show there's a lot of things that you work on, but you will just put it like in to the side or something, like me. Like I have a dream catcher sitting in there for like months on end before I even put it out, because I have to feel like it's good enough, you know, spiritually, how it looks. Everything for me, I'm very specific about certain things. So they're saying that you need to stop hiding what it is that you're working on. You know, somebody wants what you have. I'm not sure what you're doing, but they're saying that it needs to come forward. They're also talking about you doing more things that you love and to know that you are protected. Okay, so let's get some additional messages to top this off, and we're going to go on to the next pile. Yeah, they're showing you becoming a strong elder over time. So don't feel like you have to rush anything, you know. Don't rush your spirituality. Don't rush your growth in any area in your life. You're going to get your badges, you know, as you go forward. Wisdom developed over time. But you have to be consistent with anything that you do, okay? You have to pay attention to your health. Stop stressing yourself out and take care of yourself, which, again, we talked about eating good things, putting good things into the body. That will change, you know, a lot of things for you all. I don't want to give health advice, but, you know, that will definitely help if you are putting better things into your body. Spirits are wanting you to protect your energy, foundation, relationships, and success. Higher guardian, my energy is assisting you during this time. So again, you're not alone in anything that you're going through. Certain things you just have to go through just because it's a part of your journey, but you're going to get through it, okay? Yeah, they want you to develop spiritually more because they're showing trance-like states, meditation, things like that. Things will move faster for you if you start relying on your ancestors. I can't say that enough, but again, a lot of you who chose this pal have, you know, ancestors who are very gifted. Okay, so you're not using or utilizing your gifts enough to be able to see certain things. And I feel like you're not having to worry about other people so much more than your own self. Because in this one, it's like you might be your own worst enemy. Because again, you may hold yourself back due to what you feel like might be what's actually going to happen. Like it's not going to be good enough, or people are going to make fun of me, or things like that. You may already set up that reality, and that's not what it actually is, okay? So they're saying have a stronger foundation to where you can put out what it is that you want to get to the world, okay? So that is pile number 1. Let's go on to pile number 2. All right, for pile number 2. Clear the energy out. All right, sorry if I hurt your ears. All right, so let's go on to pile number 2. Okay, so what is it that you need to stop doing according to your ancestors? I see a couple of things here. So this is what the card that you picked. I see a couple of things here. The first thing is you're very protected because the elephant represents the ancestor to the Ingrid, okay? They're showing a guardian around you, okay? But I'm also seeing that know that you have a place in this world, okay? So you need to stop feeling like you're not worthy enough. Everybody has certain talents and certain gifts. And what you bring to the table is enough. Stop comparing yourself to others. Because the bird may not be an elephant. And the bird's right there, but you can't really see him. But the bird is still the messenger. Does that make sense? Just like the elephant can be a messenger too. But they both hold weight. They both hold great responsibility on this plane. So stop comparing your success to somebody else's success, because you have your own lane. You know, what you bring to the table is just as important as what the next person might be able to bring. Okay. You're like, use your wings and fly. So I'm probably gonna have to put some of my my little trinkets back in here, because I'm gonna pull some little papers out. But if that's the case, I'll do that after I roll the dice. So let's roll the dice and see what it is that you need to stop doing according to your ancestors. Pile number 2. So they want 5. So if we can't get 5, then we're going to put them back in. Let me see. Okay. What is it that you need to stop doing? Okay. Stop staying up so much and get rest. Okay. So for those of you who are staying up real late on your phone, things like that, they want you to stop doing that. They want you to more so, like you say you're tired, but are you really tired if you're staying up all night watching TV, things like that? Like, take some time to get some rest. And even if you still decide you want to stay up after watching this, take a day off. You know, they're saying that you need to rejuvenate yourself. It's too much. And then 2, take a break from social media. They're saying there's too much, I guess, electromagnetic waves, I guess. I don't know how to say that. There's just too much going on with computers, phones, things like that. So you may work a job where you're on a computer, or you're just on your phone a lot handling business. maybe even just surfing the web too much. You need to rest your mind. When you say you're going to rest, actually rest, okay? Because you're not going to feel recharged in the morning if there's still too many things going on. Okay. What is it that you need to stop doing? Okay, I say it says stop arguing with your partner. All right. This can be your significant other. This could be other people in your family too. But this is really towards, your significant other. If you have somebody in your life that you care about, not somebody that you hate, but somebody that you really care about and you want to make things work with. They're saying be a little bit more cooperative, try to, hear the other person's point of view and figure out a way that kind of decreases the drama in your life, okay? Because normally our significant others are the people that give us strength. So, you don't want to have that other energy growing in spite and hate and other things like that. They're saying maybe you need some rest too. Maybe taking some rest and feeling a little bit more rejuvenated will give you more tolerance and patience with your partner. And maybe they need to have more patience with you as well. So however it fits, they say stop arguing with your partner, your significant other. And if this doesn't apply to a partner, it could apply to any family member or somebody that you've been having a lot of drama with. They want it to cease, okay? All right, so let's go on to the next. All right, so let's see. What's the third thing that you need to stop doing? It says stop listening to others about your journey. Stop listening to others about your journey, okay? All right, so, and this same thing about comparing yourself to other people. But, they can compare themselves to you. Like, oh, I did this in such and such time, so you should do it in such and such time. They're saying that your journey is unique, all right? So you can't necessarily compare your path completely to somebody else. Even if you're getting advice from somebody, they can only tell you from their experiences, okay? So pay attention to that. And another thing is, they're basically saying not everybody's giving the best advice, all right? They may be contradicting themselves as they're trying to give you some advice about your life, your relationship, what you should be doing, how fast you should have it, this and that and the third. You could be wanting to start your own business. Meanwhile, your family's like, oh, you need to continue to work a job, or, I don't feel like that's going to work out for you. Stop listening to everybody else about your journey, because when you're ready to make certain moves in your life and you put your foot down and then you go back and ask somebody who is doubting their own, situation, they're going to move that doubt into you. So they're saying stop listening to what others say about your journey. Okay. Let's see. All right, stop leaving our altar bare. Stop leaving the ancestor altar bare. Love your ancestors. And they did add that on there. Love your ancestors. Okay, so that's pretty verbatim. Like, if you're putting a few offerings here and there, that's fine. They're not complaining about you doing whatever it is that you can do. But for those of you who know, you can put a little extra over there, because that brings abundance to you. They're saying love your ancestors. They don't hate you for not keeping food up there, but if you're asking for requests and things like that, give them some energy, give them some love back, because they're going to definitely show it to you tenfold. All right. So let's go on to, let me see. All right. So yeah, we have 5 actually exactly. So I'm going to have to put the other ones back for the other reading. All right. So it says, stop thinking the worst. Stop stressing. Stop thinking the worst. Stop stressing. Okay. So they're saying that, you'll come to them with a problem, probably, even asking them for advice and things like that, but you'll stress out at about the whole time, even if they gave you divination that told you everything was going to be okay. Okay. And if something bad happens, they're saying that let the situation ride out a little while. Give it time to give time for the situation to get better, okay? Don't just automatically start freaking out and assuming that nothing is going to get better with your situation. So that was that. So let's go ahead and throw the bones on it. What is it that you need to stop doing? So this is weird. Okay. I don't know why the Erykah Badu song is in my head. So let me go ahead and get that out. You know, some of you are really fed up with certain things. And I guess this is why they're talking about partnerships in this reading. You know, it's like you might want to kick somebody out if they're living with you, or you just want to be done with them altogether, you know. Again, if the situation is getting that bad, of course, I'm not going to tell you to be with somebody that you probably shouldn't be with, but if the situation is that you really love the person and you really want to make it work, try to find some way to compromise, okay? Don't just kick them to the curb so quickly, you know, and things can be worked on, or you feel like you haven't really tried to work on that situation. Because it could just be miscommunication, which can end a lot of relationships. All right. And I just seen that, 2 red birds, and there's 2 ancestors here. There's a grandfather spirit. There's a younger woman spirit. She doesn't have to be a grandmother. She could just, but she's definitely a female ancestor. She's a little bit younger, you know. So she's here, okay? She's really talking about taking care of yourself. She speaks of headaches. This was interesting. So you need to really stop stressing. She's somebody that stressed out a lot in her life and didn't spend enough time enjoying herself, you know, focusing on beauties, focusing on like just really appreciating who you are and how far that you've come. Okay. So that is important to her that you do that. And this male figure is connected to the grandfather or great-grandfather, however it fits, is connected to you spiritually. So some of you had either pastors, deacons, or somebody that might have just been spiritual on that side of the family. But, he supports your spiritual journey. So this is an ancestor that probably, you know, for some of you had an opposite spiritual journey. Like I said, they might have been a pastor, a deacon, or something like that, but they're supporting your spiritual journey. So they want you to stop doubting your journey as you go down that road. Because they show that this is some of the solutions to your problem. They show as a child, you always were gifted in some way, shape, or form. So this is interesting. I always had talents and gifts. They said this will be your abundance. They say you have a lot of resources, so don't complain. You know, don't complain about not having things, because you actually can obtain a lot of stuff through just your basic manifestation. You have a lot of resources, okay? For a lot of you, you're supposed to heal your ancestors. That's probably why they want you to make sure that altar is good, so that they can have open communication with you. Because a lot of your ancestors either, you know, passed away, you know, feeling very restricted and not being able to do a lot of things that they wanted to do, meaning they might have left with regret, you know. So you're supposed to heal that, you know, show them that this generation you're doing better, you're uplifting their name, things like that, you know. When you go to your altar, I recommend telling them all the good things that they did here. Uplift their name. Okay. So they're saying some things that you should stop doing is your direction. Well, Well, the first thing is, if you decide that this is something that you want to do, you need to stick with it for the long haul, okay? And when I say whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be something spiritual. For some of you, a lot of you who chose this path, it will be, but don't have to be. It could be anything, you know, that you would like to do. But they're saying that you're supposed to stick the course. Stick the course with whatever you're choosing to do. Stay committed to things. They say you drop off on a lot of things or you get bored with things quickly. Okay, so let's get the additional messages. Okay, yeah, that's so funny. You got the arranged marriage. I can't make that up, okay? The arranged marriage. So it basically means that, again, if you have a partner, they're saying that you're together for a reason. So a lot of you are supposed to go down the same path with your partner, rather spiritually, rather in music, rather in, you know, business, helping people, whatever it is. You may be doing the same actually job or something like that, or you're supposed to be working together in a lot of ways. And for a lot of you, this person was sent to you. So through your ancestors, they want you to remember the union, remember, you know, where you started at in your relationships. You know, they're talking about you following your path, the freedom to have your own journey. A lot of your ancestors didn't have that freedom to just choose. A lot of them were forced, or they just kind of mentally trapped themselves into believing that they were, you know, forced in a certain reality. So they say you have that freedom. So have your freedom, choose, you know, and choose your journey. Responsibility for your spiritual development and sacrifices, okay? Being mindful of your development spiritually and your commitment to whatever it is that you are developing spiritually, whatever practice you're trying to start. Don't just pick it up and leave it behind. That's kind of similar to power 1 too. But you have pay attention to your health. Everybody's getting that. Pay attention to your health. Stop stressing yourself out. And this ancestor specifically speaking on health, physical health. But it starts in your higher self first, okay? So the stress levels have to stop. Focusing on foundation. You've conjured spirit from better words. Let me get one more card for that. They want you to get to know them very well. Get to know the spirits that you work with. If you can, you know, identify their names. But even if you can't get a name, start identifying some of the spirits that you're working with, okay? Because they want to be acknowledged so that you can call on them directly. All right, so that is pile 2. Let's go on to pile 3. All right, pile 3, this is for you. I'm going to go ahead and clear out the energy with the ocean bell. All right, and for those of you who chose pile 3, what is it that you need to stop doing according to your ancestors? Well, for this pile, you guys have really accomplished a lot of things, okay? I'm hearing 3 messages, so take whichever one resonates for you. But there's 3 messages. One is you've accomplished a lot of things, okay? So it's like, give yourself enough credit. For others of you, they're showing paranormal, like paranoid, like, I guess I was saying that wrong, but being basically a little bit paranoid, like wanting to have protection over yourself, and you are protected. It's like you have every form of protection that you could possibly have, but you still feel like you need more protection. So that's one thing. So stop feeling like you're not protected. They're giving you things that are going to protect you, actually. So if you haven't received those yet, you're actually going to get some things, maybe even material objects that you're going to use to protect you even more. But, you know, don't get paranoid with it. Don't feel like everybody's going to send an attack out to you. Like, don't think that, all right? They don't want you to get crazy with it. But, you know, yeah, they're going to send some things to protect you. And for some of you, you already have the protection. Like, you're good on your journey. We'll dig more into that. So for this pile, I've already chosen all the rest of them for the other 2 piles. So I'm going to just lay them all out. I'm going to roll the dice. I'm just going to randomly pick which ones you need, okay? Three. Okay. So we'll leave it at 3. All right. Stop delaying your spiritual growth. Okay. Don't delay your spiritual growth. All right. Stop staying up so much and get some rest. Okay. Needing some rest. Okay, so what's the third one? Uh-oh. Let's not do that. I don't want to flip. Let's do it one more time. Well, that just wants to come out, so we'll leave that out. And I'm closing my eyes to do this. All right, so 2 more. All right, stop smoking so much. Love your ancestors. And you have stop speaking negativity into your life. So again, don't with this one also, don't speak fear into your life either. All right, don't speak people doing something to you, or you're always worried about somebody sending attacks to you, things like that. You want to stop that, because again, that creates an energy of where you're allowing that reality to take place into your life. So stop speaking anything bad into your life. You are protected. You know, you have everything you need for your journey. You like, this one is like a good card. It's not a bad card at all as far as what you need to stop doing. It's almost like you need to stop denying what's already there for you on your journey. Like, you're getting everything. Anything that you ask for, your ancestors are finding some way to get it to you, okay? So it's like, you know, you need to be more conscious of what's around you and your resources. And it says, stop delaying your spiritual growth. And it honestly looks like he's on pause. Like, I don't know if I want to go forward. You know, do I have everything I need? Like, you have everything you need. You have all the protection in the world, you know, as if you went to a shop and bought everything, you know, everything that you could possibly buy. And it's like, there's nothing else to buy. Just go forward with your journey. Like, you don't need anything in particular to get your journey started. Okay, you don't need some certain title. Maybe you'll get that in the future, but you don't have to have a certain position to start. Go ahead and answer the call to the ancestors. Go ahead and do whatever it is that you need to do to become stronger as a practitioner. Don't delay. You know, don't think that you need to have this, this, and this, and this, and this to maybe even learn tarot or whatever it could be, even shell readings or whatever it could be that you're trying to learn. Don't feel like you need all of these things to start your journey. Like, go ahead. You're ready. Okay. And I'm also seeing a recharge for some of you, needing to recharge your energy. Okay. You're being drained in a lot of different ways. Okay. So let's go ahead with the bone. Yeah. Some of you are working too much. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm seeing some of you attached to a job or attached to something, like you're attached. You feel restricted. Could even be a career choice that you feel like you chose and you want to do something else. You're not restricted. You know, like I said, you have everything that you need in your life at this point. So do whatever it is that you desire to do. If you need to change your path, if you need to go a different direction, it's okay. If you need to leave a 9-to-5 to find something that's more suitable for you, it's okay. All right? Because they're showing feeling restricted. Also, when it comes to relationships, there's a couple of messages here. When it comes to your relationships too, because relationships are standing out very, very importantly. Like, you may... don't attach yourself to certain people unless you are sure that's where you want to be, okay? And even if you change your mind, it's okay to change your mind. Because I'm seeing attachments. Unhealthy attachments due to what you feel like you need. Again, like I said, this pile, you attach yourself to a lot of things, or you feel like you need a lot of things in order to feel validated. And they're saying you need to stop doing that, you know. Okay. A lot of you receive visions. It's from an unknown ancestor, but there's a lot of you who receive visions. And this ancestor does not like being ignored, okay? This ancestor is showing you things that they see that either come ahead of time, they probably come to you in your dreams. You need to start writing those things down. They don't like being ignored, and not in a bad way, just in a matter of fact, I need to tell you this, you know? So, that's something to look at. I guess when they say stop delaying your spiritual growth, I guess they're saying your gifts too, because they're giving you some of the gifts that they have. And I guess they're not being utilized in the way that they want them to be, or as much. They're teaching you new things. They say in the past, for a lot of you, why is everybody having issues with self-confidence? But this is a lot of self-confidence issues. I even see for some of you in the past, you were more outgoing than you are right now, okay? And you need to be. You need to be more outgoing. Some of you are destined to be like teachers or something like that, because I'm seeing that too. There's a young male ancestor and a young female ancestor here. The male ancestor is pointing towards, oh, this is also friendships too. They say you don't need to attach yourself to certain friends that are toxic for you. Okay, this is coming from a male ancestor. Younger male. He doesn't have to be super young. He can be an adult. He's not like old like a grandpa, but he is, well, grandpas don't have to be old either. You know, nowadays you can be any age and be an adult, but I'm not going to say he's like in his 60s or anything like that. But he's probably 30, 40, maybe something like that, maybe 50. But anyway, back to what I was saying, he's just pointing at relationships, particularly attachments to certain relationships. You know, if, like I said, don't hold yourself to certain people that are toxic for you. This includes friendships, okay? This includes friends, all right? If they're not healthy for you, you need to release it. Don't feel like you need somebody to party with. And I'm seeing a lot of initiations for you spiritually, which is going to be good. It's going to go through a process, and there's a lot of ways that you have to give up that you used to do. These things you used to attach yourself to, you have to give that up for this initiation, but it's a good initiation. It's for your destiny. It's for your journey. And that includes, like I said, unhealthy people. Yeah, they want you to deal with people that are more in alignment with you. But again, you receive dreams and other things about certain people. So it's like, we already telling you. Okay. They say the reason why, you know, they say you continue to complain like, oh, I don't have this, or I don't have that. And now, not everybody's complaining. I'm just saying that. But you feel like you're being trapped in certain situations, but you're not. They're saying you're not utilizing your tools. That's why they're trying to help you with certain things. Like, you have everything you need to get yourself out of situations or to get yourself unstuck. So they want you to use that. There's nothing more, like there's a lot of things they can give you, but in certain situations, they've already given you the solution, okay? Look, the higher guardian is in reverse, and I don't ever see that. He's like, I'm already helping, or he or she, I'm already helping out. You know, I'm already giving them assistance through these transitions, but they have to utilize their spiritual tools. They have to utilize what is being given to them, what you already have, you know. You already have the spiritual tools. Learn how to use the ashe. Learn how to use the spiritual energy from what you already have, what you're already gifted with. I guess that's why they say higher forms of healing and wisdom required. So a lot of you, this male figure is like a father spirit, or it's like a protector spirit in certain instances. They want to protect you. So that's why they try to let you know about certain relationships that they're like, that ain't the person for you. Or that person, that friend is taking advantage of you. You need to watch out for them. So they're sending you signs you do need to pay attention to. Don't attach yourself to people just because you've been friends since I don't know when, you know, since you were babies. Doesn't matter, you know. Does the person still have good intent for you today? All right. So that is the reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and peace out.